everybody. Welcome to Sailing a Song. My name is David Segal, and it's a beautiful day in Santa Barbara. We're about to go sailing out on the ocean on one of the most beautiful boats in this harbor with one of my favorite singer-songwriters from this area, Mr. Glen Phillips. Here's our boat, Valentina.
How's it going, David?
Hey, Captain John Farr.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us. How you doing?
Good. My name's John, also known as John Farr. I'm the captain of Valentina, so our 59-foot Jeanneau. I've been sailing most of my life. When I was 16, I read the book The Dove, which was Robin Graham's, and he was the youngest person to sail around the world at the time. I grew up inland and went to the beach about 3 times in my life, and so after reading The Dove, I decided that was what I wanted to do. I've gotten the basket ride, been pulled off the water 4 or 5 times by the Coast Guard, been rescued. I remember getting put in the basket. I woke up as I was getting put in the basket, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting the basket ride. I can't pass out now. I gotta remember this. That was on my bucket list, was to get the basket ride and not die. Part of all of that experience is why I love sailing. Just all the adventure.
So our producer of the show, Craig Crawford, is in charge of grilling up some fish tacos today. He had this idea to feed everybody with some locally caught fish.
So yeah, the fish is from the local fish market right down at the edge of the harbor. We've got a yellowtail and this is ling cod, and they make a great fish taco. So this is cooking on a boat. Everybody works together. We hand things back and forth. It's a small space, and everybody enjoys. The magic ingredient today is honey, Old Bay, of course, and garlic. That's it. And then we're going to put some limes on it. We're going to let the lime ooze into the honey and the fish, and it should be ready in about 15 minutes.
So our guest on Sailing a Song today is Mr. Glen Phillips. Glen is actually from Santa Barbara, where we're filming today, and he's a prolific singer-songwriter. He's written over 150 songs. And he and his bandmates towed the wet Sprocket rose to fame in the 1990s. His music has become the soundtrack of my life and many people's lives. I first remember hearing Toad the Wet Sprocket on the radio when I was in the 8th grade. They've extensively toured all around the world and are still going at it. So we're really excited to have Glen aboard today. He's going to be sharing some of his incredible songs. He's really a storyteller-songwriter with rich and complex lyrics that explore the depths of the human experience and the mysteries of this journey. So we feel he's the perfect guest, and we're really happy to have him here today. Glen, thank you so much for coming sailing with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So you grew up in Santa Barbara.
I did.
And so you grew up obviously close to the ocean. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with the ocean.
I used to swim all the time. I grew up in Goleta. We'd go to Goleta Beach, and I would swim out as a little kid to the buoys all the time. And then I saw Jaws, 1977, and that kind of lost me a few years. Yeah. It kind of messed up the ocean for me for a while, and I got more into hiking.
Nice. Have you ever played a song on a sailboat before?
I would say no. I have not. So this is my first.
Well, we're excited that this is going to be your first experience with that. So what would you like to be the first song that you ever play on a sailboat?
I was prepared for it's for no particular. I guess it should be "Walk on the Ocean," just because that's the old standard semi-nautical song. So
Gift from the universe.
It was popular for a moment. So okay. We spotted the ocean ahead of the trail, and where are we going? So far away. Somebody told me this is the place where everything's better and everything's safe. Walk on the ocean, step on the stove, fresh becomes water, and wood becomes bold. Half an hour later, we packed up our things, said we'd send letters, and all of those little things. We knew we were lying, smiled just the same. Seemed they'd already forgotten we cared. Walk on the ocean, step on the stove, fresh becomes water, wood becomes bold. Walk on the ocean, step on the stove, flesh becomes water, wood becomes bold. Back at the homestead, where the air makes you choke, and people don't know you, trust is a joke. Don't even have pictures, just memories to hold. Grow sweeter each season, slowly grow. Now I've sung a song on a sailboat.
You know, it's interesting because you said you don't know where the lyrics came from, but as I'm hearing you play it in this moment right here, it's for me it's about the feeling that the song evokes, and it correlates with this feeling of being on the ocean, almost like becoming one with the elements and the concept of elements, how they change. You know, flesh becomes water, wood becomes bone.
I'll take that.
So I think that is the ideal sailing song. I think.
Good, good. We got signed when I was 18.
Wow.
So it was not what I'd planned. I thought I was going to go to San Francisco and be a high school teacher. I like my intent was to like stay in the arts and maybe social sciences, but like but teach, because that seemed kind of safe. And then we got signed, and you can't kind of say no to that. I just figured we get dropped in 2 years because that's what happens.
Right.
And instead, it's like 30-something years
Build to
later.
build.
Well, it built for a minute, and then once it's there, you spent 25 years kind of scrambling at the shore.
Right.
But it's all right.
love
I'm more
that,
comfortable
though.
with it now.
Concept of slow growth and organic growth, to me that's the test of something being standing the test of time, essentially, is the persistence, the longevity, and the
Yeah,
slow
but it's
evolution.
been a weird way of finding. I think the weird thing with like making your living doing art is anytime you do what you love, like as your job, as the career goes up and down, it like has the risk of impacting the thing you love and your love for it, right? And so I think it's an interesting path to have had kind of an easy success early on and taken it for granted, and then been like, why isn't life like, I thought life was like a casino and I had a golden key.
Right.
And so spending years to kind of getting back to more source and gratitude and learning to kind of not not accept the metrics that others use for success.
You come across to me as someone who's very authentic and real, grounded and humble, and yet at the same time you have experienced incredible success. You've toured the world many times over. Your records have sold in the millions. How did it come to be? How did you find balance in the midst of that when so many get lost in that?
It was, I think, fine for me. I had a family early. I had great friends. I had people who weren't involved in that world, and so I think if there's an empty space and you think fame is going to fill it up, you go and you immerse yourself in that world, which is about trying to fill the empty space with all these other things. And I had a really full world. I had my first daughter when I was 25. And so I got busy with, I don't know, family and being present for friends like really early, and like just having a solid community. I would say that is what saved me.
All right, we're gonna tack. Everybody watch their heads. That boom's gonna fly over.
Oh, yeah.
Hold that right there.
Glen, thank you. Thank you for sharing your music, sharing your life stories, and all the wisdom that you've picked up along the way. It's getting a little chilly out here. You want to go? You want to go and check out the cabin and maybe play a song down there? All right.
Nothing so loud as hearing when we lie. Truth is not kind. You said neither am I. Here outside so song, saying everything. Confessing everything, everything. All I want is to feel this way, be this close, feel the same. All I want is to feel this way. Evening speaks, feel it say. I remembered it that time.
Yeah. Glen, it was such a beautiful sail. Thank you for bringing your music out on the water with us, for your presence, for all the good stuff you bring to us. So
It's a good
thank you.
time. Thank you, sir.
Fun.
Captain John Farr. Appreciate you. Let's go.
Right.
Thanks for having me on.
All right.
Just another sailing song, ladies and gentlemen.